I'm here with Paul now. He's from the newfound studio Emergo Entertainment, and they are producing Fireside at the moment, their new game. And I'm happy to have Paul with me here today. Hello, Paul.
Hi, Sarah. Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'm glad you could make it. It's the first day of Gamescom at the moment of this recording. How did it go so far?
Well, it's the first day still, so we're still full of excitement. It's very different, right, from the in-person Gamescoms, this online format. So we've integrated analytics into our game, trying to, find how many people play our game, how long they play, etc., etc. And unfortunately, the data always comes in, after midnight. So we don't actually know yet how it's going.
Well, I played Fireside as well, and I liked it really, really much. Maybe you could describe a scene from your game, like for people who didn't play it yet. What do we see? What do we hear? What setting is it? And what does the player need to achieve?
So Fireside is a game about the calm moments on a journey, so the breaks on a journey. So imagine you are sitting at a campfire. Next to you is, a pirate captain. Next to that pirate captain is maybe a speaking owl, the guardian of the forest. And next to the owl is maybe a Shoggoth or some, Cthulhu-like monster who are all just sitting at the fireplace, talking to you about their day and what issues they might have had. And we are trying to go for sort of this feeling of wholesomeness and just sitting at the fireplace, relaxing after a tough day's journeying. And at the same time, trying to also combine different fantasy genres. Although you probably, if you have played the demo, you probably have noticed that there's mostly animals in there because it's only the second region of the game we're showcasing at the moment. But generally, sort of what happens on a long rest after, a day's journey. Yeah.
What's your goal? So you go from fireplace to fireplace and meet those people, and where do you go?
Basically, the basic premise of the game is that you play this spirit who was once forgotten and faded out of existence, sort of, and now you got remembered because another spirit actually found your shrine in the wilderness, and you gain strength through the gratitude of other travelers. That's sort of the basic premise. And now you're on a mission to just help other travelers by, providing them with whatever they need. By doing this, you gain strength and you eventually, basically your goal is to rebuild your shrine in the wilderness. And to do that, you need to get, the gratitude of fellow travelers. That's basically what you're doing. You're just gathering materials. If you manage to do it, then there will be a nice ending, which I will not spoil right now.
Sure. But it's a very relaxing game. It's nice just to talk to people or to animals and no fighting.
That's sort of the point, right? It's sort of the antithesis to this classic RPG where we're focusing the breaks of the journey and not the journey itself. And also we don't have a combat system, but we have this trading system instead, which is sort of, just the other half, I guess, of journeying. And like the current version doesn't have the big goal and the progression implemented yet because we're actually still pretty early in development. So we're looking for a publisher right now. This is basically the prototype we're using to showcase the core mechanics of the game. But we have gotten the feedback that the sort of progression not being in there yet, it's sort of a bit hard sometimes maybe to imagine what exactly your goal is, but just imagine you're rebuilding your shrine, basically.
What moment in your life as an indie developer will you always remember?
Oh, I've actually got one.
Okay.
It was when I made my first game. This sounds like I've made like 15 games already. It's not true, actually. Fireside's my second big game. But when we made Reblob, our last game, we exhibited at the local library, actually, in my town. And I was just sitting there sort of anonymously, looking when people sort of playing the game. But they didn't actually know I was the developer. And at one point, like 2 kids showed up and they just stayed there playing like for 4 hours maybe, like really long, and they were like really engaged with the game and just honestly it was just honestly fun for them. And just seeing that made me really happy because you realize, okay, I actually made something which made someone else happy. And that's really, I guess, what every game developer is striving to do. Very frequently, I think, as game developer, you get sort of this reaction of, yeah, it's a cool game, it's a very nice game, but you notice that it's not I mean, they don't think it's bad. They're not per se lying, right? But they're just not fully engaged with your game. But seeing that actually be the case, and especially kids who are often very brutally honest, that was a really cool moment.
Wow, I think I would also remember that. That's really cool. So just to sum up, Fireside is still in development, so there's no release date yet?
We're aiming for like fall 2022 at the moment, but depending on how publishing and publisher search goes, that could change. Yeah.
Okay. And for what platform or platforms is it planned?
So you can go and wishlist Fireside on Steam right now. That's our lead platform, Steam. Everything else, again, depending on what publisher we find, what their requirements are. It's very easy to control with just your left mouse button. So we're thinking maybe doing mobile as well, but nothing sure for certain yet.
Yeah, cool. But thank you very much, and I wish you all the best for the game.
Yeah, thank you.